me. What we'll be sharing tonight is one of the things that has been largely misunderstood, one of the topics that have been largely misunderstood. I mean, all through my childhood till the very moment, most people I have seen, have met and listened and heard, keep believing that this topic, this very thing, is one place that we do not want to talk about. First of all, I would like to welcome you wherever you're watching me tonight, whether you're watching me from Nigeria, Africa, global world, wherever you're watching me. It is that time again for us to get into random talks with myself, your humble self, Jason Ebuka. Wherever you're watching me, drop on the timeline where your location so I can connect with you. I can see some of you joining me. Wherever you're joining me, please drop on the timeline. Oh, where you're calling me, where you're watching me right now. And tonight, without taking much ado, my name is Jason Ebuka, and you are watching me. And tonight we'll be talking exclusively how to maximize or benefit from your fear. How to benefit from your fear. I can see all of you are joining us. Please drop on the timeline, comment timeline, your location so that we can connect you directly. How to maximize your fear. Yes, F-E-A-R. Somebody once said that fear simply means is an acronym of what is called first expression appearing real. First expression appearing real. Tonight I'll be taking you through some process to educate you on how you can maximize your fear. Apparently, fear is one of the greatest virtues one can use to move from the point of nothingness to the point of success, from the point of something. To move from the point of nothingness to the point of something. For move from point of failure to point of success. One of the virtues that can help you to become all that is for you to be in life is when you understand your fear and then you capitalize on your fear and as much as possible leverage on your fear. Wherever you're joining me this evening, please drop on our timeline your location. Now let me start by saying that power of fear is largely misunderstood over a period of time. Yes, growing up as a child, I have been told by many people that if you have fear, then you're about to fail. Well, that's true to a large extent. When you're growing up as a child, I mean, you are bound to be afraid of something that scares life out of you. But I have come to realize as an adult that being afraid is not a taboo. It's not something against the wish. It's not something that works against you. It's not detrimental. Yes, that's the word. It's not detrimental to anyone. But if you understand your fear and understand how you can maximize and benefit from your fear, it becomes a propelling force to move you from point of nothingness to point of something. And it becomes a propelling force for you to move from point of failure to point of success. Guess what? A lot of people that you look at today that are successful are people who have mastered their fear. Yes, they master their fear and they learn how to maximize their fear. And tonight I'll be sharing with you how you can maximize your fear. Before I continue, I also enjoy you to drop your comment on our timeline, asking me your questions, and more especially drop your location where you're watching me right now on the timeline. Let's continue. Let's start firstly with sharing 5 facts, or more especially 5 facts about fear. 5 facts about fear. Number 1, you need to understand that fear, when you have fear, it always includes sensational feelings. Yes, it includes physical sensation. It makes you recognize that you need to receive them, and they are always you have to receive them with open mind. Yes, it comes with physical sensation. So when you are afraid of something, you're afraid of failing, you're afraid of doing something, it comes with physical sensation. I mean, you feel a little bit nervous in your body. You feel, some people feel heat. For someone like me, I feel my palms, I always feel heat and sweaty palms. Some of us feel sensation, you feel jittery on our body. But it's also good for you to know that these are signs of something that can help you to become good. And secondly, you need to know that when you have fear, it's a sign that something negative will happen. And something negative will happen. And sometimes when you have, some of us have premonitions, of things that will happen, and you begin to have fear. Maybe somebody died, or you're about to lose some more money in your business, or you're about to experience accident. It happens to me. I have premonitions of something that is about to happen, so I begin to have fear. But these are some facts that you need to know. And number three, you need to know that your fear allows you to make conscious decisions. This is where I learned this part I lost so much. Your fear allows you to make conscious decisions. If you are fearful of failure, then you are becoming conscious of making right decisions to be able to be a better person or have a better option or probably have a better end. When you are fearful, when you begin to experience fear, it gives you room to make conscious decisions, to be better, to make better options, to make better options. Number four, probably, fear is not your enemy. Fear is not your enemy. And let me say that again. It can be a voice of reasoning. It can be practical. It serves well at a time when you understand that you are afraid of something. It is not a time for you to begin to think that it is your enemy. So it is also a voice of reasoning for you to understand that, hey, I need to be cautious of something. Something is happening here. I need to be observant. Or something is happening here. I need to locate it. Number five, you need to know that when fear comes, it takes energy. It takes energy. Getting to know it and allowing it is a lot of energy. Yes, when your fear shows up, it takes a lot of energy from you, as much as possible, just like every other energy in our lives. And number six, and not the least, when you have fear, is opportunity for you to learn and unlearn certain things. Yes. It is an opportunity for you to learn and unlearn certain things. When you are afraid of something, it's a sign that something is fishy, that you need to learn, increasing your intelligence quotient, or you have to unlearn. There are two factors: you learn, you unlearn, and then you relearn. There are three, by the way, there are three. You learn, you unlearn, and then you relearn. So when you have fear, number six factor about fear is that it's an opportunity for you to do what? To learn or to unlearn, or probably to relearn. So it is important for you to know whenever you have fear, it's not time for you to begin to panic. It's not time for you to begin to run out of clue. It's not time for you to begin to feel that all world is crashing on you. But it's time for you to realize that it's an opportunity to launch to a new level, like we did yesterday. We talked about yesterday how to maximize your pain. If you mix that video, please go down on my timeline. You see clips of the video and listen to what we shared yesterday. And 2 days ago, we shared how the life is becoming tougher and we need to make tough decisions. Okay, quick one. Before I proceed, I would like to encourage you, wherever you are, drop on your timeline telling us where you're joining us tonight, and then as much as possible, let's connect with you. Quick one. I can see some of you joining us from California and some of us joining us from Cyprus. I can see Egypt. Oh, I can see my friends from Egypt. I can see Nigerians. Oh, you guys are good to go. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on this live Instagram video. And next in the list, I need to be sharing with you 3 ways you can turn your fear into an asset for success. 3 ways you can turn your fear into an asset for success. Number 1, you need to know that fear inspires progress. Fear inspires progress. Fear of failure inspires progress. Let me share this thought with you. When I was growing up as a little boy, I always have a fear that, hey, you're not going to be amount anything in life. Even since I dropped out of secondary school and I couldn't go to university, and then because of that fear of failure, it now made me to take larger punch of life, to take practical steps. Practical steps to learning skills that have placed me in various places in my life, skills that have given me opportunities, skills that have given me open doors in my career and also in my businesses. So because I'm afraid of failure, or I was afraid of failure, pardon me, I was afraid of failure, it pushed me to learn more. It pushed me to test more. It pushed me to be more. It pushed me to take larger punch of life and move to the next level. So wherever you're watching me right now, whatever you're going through right now, when you go through fear, when you have fear of failure, fear of failure should be able to inspire you to be progressive. It's able to inspire, to expand in your intelligence quotient, your skill quotient, your skill set, and the things that you know. If you're afraid of being financial bankrupt, then you have to make smarter choice of becoming financial independent. So you need to know that fear of fear inspires progress. Fear of fear inspires progress. Number two, you need to also understand that fear of fear inspires you to learn more. I've said that before. When you are afraid, you learn more. It makes you to be curious. It makes you to be inquisitive. It makes you to ask more questions because you need to know. When you are afraid, it means that you're suffering from information deficiency in that particular area. So when you are afraid of something, maybe you want to learn computer and you don't know exactly how to operate the computer, then you will be afraid to touch the computer. You might really think when you touch the computer, it might explode in your face. So when you are afraid of something, it's also an opportunity for you to learn. It's an opportunity for you to learn how to do that better. It's an opportunity for you to learn how to be that better. It's an opportunity for you to learn how to become more. So when you are afraid to fail, you need to understand that it's an opportunity for you to learn. And when you understand this thing, when you learn more, what happens? You receive a deeper understanding, a deeper light, a clear vision, a clear view of what this thing is all about. And then you want to become, you become a major or a master in that area. Most of the things that I've done in my life were achieved out of fear. And guess what? As someone once said that he fell 10,000 times. When they asked him why he fell 10,000, he said actually he fell, he discovered 9,900 times of not achieving the same purpose. Which means that he has been on that course for almost 9,900 times, failing and learning, relearning, unlearning and relearning. So what am I saying tonight? When you are afraid, it's an opportunity for you to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Let me say that again. When you are afraid, it's an opportunity for you to be what? To learn, relearn, and unlearn. You might feel jittery, you might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but guess what? When you can be calm, you will see the reason why you are afraid. And when you get the information, they say information is power. When you have the information in that area, guess what happens? The fear disappears. The fear disappears. Number three, but not the least, this I told you I'm going to be sharing 3 ways you can actually maximize your fear. Number 3, when you are afraid, it inspires you not to settle for the less. Let me say that again. When you are afraid, it inspires you not to settle for the rest. Settle for the less. I mean, when you are afraid, it tells you there's something higher. There is another plane, there's another level, there's another dimension to what you're doing that you need to really learn or achieve. There's another dimension to success, there's another milestone for you to achieve, there's another mountain for you to climb. You need to know that when you are afraid, it inspires you to never settle for less. Let me read this for you. The grave is the richest place in the world. Let me say that again. The grave is the richest place in the world because what? In the grave, there's so many brilliant ideas that are buried. There are so many concepts, outstanding world-class design. I mean, things that could have helped mankind that did not just happen because someone was afraid to take practical steps. And these people were too afraid and they slept with their dreams, slept with their vision, slept with their ideas, slept with their creativity, slept with their innovation. And guess what happened? They deprived the world the benefit of knowing these things. Now, will you survive? Will you deprive the world of knowing what you have on the inside of you? What stops you from doing that is your fear. So when you are afraid, you will know that you don't need to settle for less. When you are afraid, you know that there's something about you that is crying out for expression, and you have to give room for that. Instead of you to keep calm and keep your heads down and then go through life and see if it doesn't matter, why don't you take practical steps, no matter how rough it might be, no matter how difficult it might be? Your fear should supposed to be a propelling force to becoming whatever you need to be. Let me also say this, whenever you're joining us, please drop on the timeline your location. Drop your live timeline on the timeline, your location. I can see so many of us joining us. Please drop on the timeline so we can know how to connect with you. Drop on the timeline your location. As I was saying, your fear should be able to inspire you to never settle for less. It will also inspire you to do more, because you are giving more. Every one of us was giving more to give to life. You don't have to go to the grave with all of your ideas, your strategy, your creativity, your innovation, your dreams, your vision. All of them cannot be trapped inside of you. I love how Dr. Miles Moron said it, that he wants to die empty. And that's what we need to do. We have to die empty. We have only one responsibility to life. We have only one responsibility to life, to give all there is that we have inside of us to the world. The world is waiting for you to celebrate you. The world is waiting to experience your uniqueness. But how do you now become so unique and so different that you allow fear to trap you, to trap the dreams and the vision and the uniqueness that you have inside of you, that you can't even share it to the world? Why don't you maximize your fear today? Guess what? Your fear is not even real. It's not even real. Someone once said that if you confess your fear will die. It's not even real. Some other person said that fear, F-E-A-R, simply means false expression appearing real. False expression appearing real. Now, that shows you that it is not true. It's just a mirage. It's just a mirage. You know what is a mirage? Driving down the whole highway, you see water kind of substance on the highway, and when you get closer, it disappears. So that's a mirage. You need to know that, hey, this fear of a thing, should I face it now and move to the next level, or should I allow my fear to trap me? Guess what? There are three ways for you to also maximize your fear. First, number one, you need to know that when you are afraid of something, it means that you're about to move from one point to the next level. You have to be, it's an opportunity for you to be progressive. That means that you have to be afraid because you are moving into a terrain that you don't even know much about. So what you need at that point in time is information. Number two, you need to know that when you are afraid, hey, it's opportunity for you to learn more, do more, and then achieve more. Guess what? When you are afraid, it's opportunity for you to unlearn, relearn, and learn. There are three things: unlearn, relearn, and learn. It's an opportunity for you to learn more and do more and achieve more. Number three, when you are afraid, it's an opportunity for you to know that it's a time for you not to settle for less. It's a time for you to settle for less. So I'll leave you tonight on this thought. Do not let your fear cripple your vision. The world is waiting to celebrate you. Yes, the world is waiting to celebrate you. Wherever you are, maybe you have been heartbroken before, or you've been duped before, or you try pursuing your dreams and it seems like your dreams is like a war rocket science. Well, let me assure you that you can still try again today. You can still try again. You can still start all over again today. Yes, you can still start all over again today. There is no harm in being afraid. There's no harm to being afraid. So guess what? Tonight I'm going to be closing briefly right now, and I'll still join you, still wanting to join me again tomorrow as we keep talking about on these random thoughts or on these issues concerning fear and other life challenges. I'm so glad to have you join me tonight. As I'm closing tonight, I would like to encourage you to join me again tomorrow, same time, 20 GMT, wherever you are, 20 GMT, join me again tomorrow as we talk about some important issues that affects our life. Thank you very much for joining me. Guess what? Good night. And if you're in Nigeria, good night, and then also have a good time. Thank you very much.